This video was made to review and criticize the material in it, and is not intended to be a substitute for the original work. I do not own the material or any part of the show in this video. Please support HBO by watching the full episode and show on HBO or any other platform that legally streams it. Links to the official sites are available in the description box below. This video is intended to fall under the general guidelines of fair use and is edited as to not compete with the original work. As an aspiring writer and artist, my goal is to comment, review, criticize and learn from the work. Thank you for understanding. Welcome to Watcher, it's time for episode 48. But before we begin, please don't leave any spoilers in the comment section. I'd greatly appreciate that. And most importantly, thank you so much for the support and for joining me on this adventure. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe and leave a like if you enjoyed the content. I truly appreciate that. I randomly want to talk about Jaime. By being out in the world, meeting different people, seeing different cultures, it's as if he's realizing that not everyone thinks like the Lannisters do. Mainly how Cersei and his father thought. Just as we, the viewers, got to see his perspective, he's getting to see the perspectives of others, which opens up his eyes and his mind. In contrast, Cersei is stuck with herself, in her own mind, which keeps on reinforcing her own beliefs and ways. While the reasons to hate disappear for Jaime, they only get stronger for Cersei. She is no longer thinking rationally, if she ever was at the first place. The dynamic between those two is so interesting and so well done. One of the best things about the show. And what a shock, right? That Myrcella has been treated well in Dorne. I can't see her go with Jaime now. But anyway, the other thing I want to talk about is Theon. My initial reaction was that he's too far gone. But thinking about it a bit more, I've come to the conclusion, what could he have done realistically? Let's say that he did what Sansa told him to do. What then? Would an army suddenly appear and free them all? Nope. The plan would likely fail, and both he and Sansa would have had to face the consequences. Theon is not gambling on uncertainties. I think he might have acted differently if the chances of success were higher. He knows Ramsay. This might actually have been for the better. For now, let's hope he strikes when the time is right. We'll see though. Also, Baelish gave Cersei a gift. A handsome young man. Now he's giving the same to Lady Olenna. What the hell is he talking about? Lancel? That's where my mind goes. Alright, let's find out what will happen to the royalties down in the dungeons. So, who's your favorite character at this point in time? Meaning season 5. It's very difficult to pick one.
Why shouldn't I kill you? To pay your family back for what it did to mine.
I am the greatest Lannister killer of our time.
So I should welcome you into my service because you murdered members of your own family.
That's not a great pitch, to be honest.
It's too soon to know if you deserve my service.
Why should I spend my time listening to you?
You have no one at your side who understands the land you want to rule.
Fair points.
I will have a very large army.
Killing and politics aren't always the same thing.
Tyrion might actually be good for Daenerys. What should I do with Jorah? What if Tyrion just went, yeah, let's kill him?
I can't remember ever seeing a sane man as devoted to anything as he is to serving you.
He looks nervous.
Did he have an opportunity to confess his betrayal?
Yes.
And did he?
No, not until forced to do so.
Ruler who kills those devoted to her is not a ruler who inspires devotion.
But where's Varys? Hasn't he arrived yet?
Remove Sir Jorah from the city.
Jorah, what is up? I told you. This is pointless. Jorah behaves like people do when they are 12. Or 14 maybe. Time to move on. She does not want to have anything to do with you. Don't become the creepy stalker. Oh, the most interesting part, I did not recognize her.
Let me speak to her. Confess.
Dude, you are going to get it. Man, I feel bad for Cersei right now. But let's not forget what she did.
My name is Lanna. I'm an orphan.
Man, she is becoming an expert liar. Is this the someone you are becoming?
Lanna is very impressive. She will make a fine servant for the many-faced god.
Well, Jaqen would be a good DM. Amazing role-playing.
Your oyster's fresh.
Best in the city.
You wouldn't lie to an old man, would you?
I don't know about that. She's becoming an expert liar.
The man is a gambler.
He wagers that a sailor's ship will make it to its destination.
So why would a captain make the wager in the first place? Thin man pays his family a lot of money.
A destitute woman and her small child. What can they do to such a man if he keeps their money for himself? To whom can they turn for recourse?
The many-faced god.
A girl named Lanna will return to the docks. She will watch the gambler.
And then what?
A gift.
What is going on here?
The trial will take place soon. The charges? Fornication, treason, incest. the murder of King Robert.
Wow,
I hope you'll excuse me for saying it, but belief is so often the death of reason.
that guy has a point. Well, Jaime better not return here. They are going to get him as well.
Grand Maester Pycelle has summoned your uncle Kevin back from Casterly Rock to serve as Hand of the King.
What about my son, the king?
He remains in his chambers. His servants often find his food in the hall, left untouched.
What is going on, Tom, man? This is the time to be strong. You can at least visit them. Both Marjorie and your mother.
Confess, I rose him up from nothing.
Exactly. Then why did you do this? I bet you didn't take that guy seriously enough.
The work continues.
This guy seems loyal to her. Well, she has rewarded him quite a bit since he arrived to the capital. Well, this will be awkward again.
Why did you tell him, Reek?
I was helping you. Theon Greyjoy tried to escape. He knows everything. Put away piece after piece until there was no Theon left.
Good.
Theon, isn't it time to confess?
I deserved everything. Killed those boys.
They weren't those boys, they were Bran and Rickon.
Nope. Time to say the truth.
Tell me why Bran and Rickon should be gone while you still breathe.
Be quiet,
Tell
guys.
Me to my face, Theon, tell me that they weren't your brothers. They weren't Bran and Rickon.
Don't shout. Well, I'm glad you told her. But be careful. That does not make it better. Still two innocent children.
Can't talk to you anymore.
Theon, you have to tell me. Do you have any idea where they...
Not Theon! Read!
Well, at least she got some information out of him. But you need to be careful. They are screaming a bit too loud.
We are more prepared for a siege than they could ever be.
The Boltons are planning for Stannis.
You disagree. And what do you recommend?
Be it first.
Smart commander does not abandon a defensive advantage.
Yeah, I'm kinda agreeing with Roose right now. Ramsay's quite reckless, but who knows? He might be correct. I don't have all the details. Here we have a romantic dinner.
Have you decided yet whether you're going to have me killed?
It's probably my safest option.
It's what your father would have done.
And what would your father have done?
The same.
Someday, if you decide not to execute me, I'll tell you all about why I killed my father.
He will always be a good talker.
2 terrible children of 2 terrible fathers.
I'm terrible. Why did you travel to the far side of the world to meet someone terrible?
To see if you were the right kind of terrible.
Which kind is that?
The kind that prevents your people from being even more so.
I feel like this is gonna turn out quite well. I'm strangely optimistic about this.
It's not impossible that Varys was right about you after all.
For 20 years, the Spider oversaw the campaign to find and kill me.
He did what he had to do to survive. I suspect he's the main reason you weren't slaughtered in your crib. He may be the only person in the world I trust, except my brother.
This is quite an enjoyable conversation. I'm having fun.
I'm not going to kill you.
Oh, really? What are you going to do? Something worse?
You're going to advise me.
Oh, tone down the drinking. Please, Tyrion.
The Iron Throne. Perhaps you should try wanting something else.
I said that the Iron Throne is kind of a curse. You don't want to sit there.
When you get back to your home, who supports you?
The common people.
Let's be generous and assume that's going to happen. House Targaryen is gone. The Starks are gone as well. The remaining members of House Lannister will never back you, not ever. Stannis Baratheon won't back you either. That leaves the Tyrells.
The Tyrells might support her now that the Lannisters have caused her trouble.
It's a beautiful dream. Stopping the wheel. You're not the first person who's ever dreamt it.
I'm going to break the wheel.
What? He's back.
He said
This
whoever
guy.
wins will fight at the great pit in front of the queen.
Man, is this really a good idea? Can't you just find a new purpose?
Let me fight for her, and I belong to you.
In our standard, Jorah is a stalker.
Make you a wealthy woman.
Oh, the tone is switching. Cersei, you can't bribe these people. But first, you need to get out of here for that to happen. Man, that woman is scary. When I speak of intimidating, that's the face I'm imagining. Sam has that HRS that Bobby Lee often talks about. What happened to him would probably have killed me.
Figured you were hungry.
Well, that's kind of you, Olly.
It's about the Lord Commander. Wildlings killed my mum and dad.
We've been fighting them for years.
This wasn't a fight. We were farmers.
I can feel his frustration, anger.
I've seen the army of the dead. We'll need every last man we can find.
That gave me goosebumps. Man, I believe this kid is going to become trouble if someone doesn't change him soon. Olly is making me nervous. Uh-oh. Well, this can go really wrong. Who is the new boss? Now that Mance is gone.
Lord Bones.
Lord Bones. He is back.
Why aren't you in chains? We're allies.
Straight to the point. Calm down, guys. Let's discuss the details. Please. What are you doing, Tormund? It sounds like you're killing him.
Gather the elders.
Tormund is not playing around.
This isn't about friendship.
This is about survival.
This is about survival.
Things
The
are
White
changing.
Walkers don't care if a man's free folk or crow. We're all the same to them, meat for their army. But together, we can beat them.
Well, we know something about them.
Dragonglass, a man of the Night's Watch, used one of these daggers to kill a walker. The Night's Watch will let you through the tunnel and allow your people to farm those lands. We're prepared to give you that new life if you swear you'll join us when the real war begins.
The war against the walkers.
Where is Mons? I put an arrow through his heart.
Uh-oh. Jon was brutally honest.
His arrow was mercy.
Jon, you kept some important information away from them.
Only together. And even then it may not be enough, but at least we'll give the fuckers a fight.
Do we have a deal, guys? Jon is your only hope right now. Let's go. You be the first one.
I'll never trust a man in black.
But
I trust you, Tormund.
some progress, finally.
As soon as you get on his ships, they're gonna slit your throats.
No, always the bald guys.
I fucking hate Thanos.
So does Tormund. At least some of them will follow. The rest are going to become fodder for the White Walkers.
We're leaving too many behind. The free folk are stubborn.
Jon does not want to give up. Maybe one more try.
I'm right behind you, I promise.
I feel like something bad is going to happen now. What is going on? Something is happening. What is that? I don't even know what's going on, but it's making me nervous. What is the panic about? Are we about to witness a massacre? So those were our sacrifices. Now the rest of the guys will follow. They will go with Jon. After seeing what just happened. Don't scare us. Oh my god. Go to the damn boats. Swim. Anything. Just get out of here. Do you see what Jon was talking about? But dude, how will we kill these guys? That is the main question. Dude, you can't just block them by yourself. Look at the panic.
You should build one of those boats! So should you! My little girl's got on. They're gonna let them pass the wall even if you're not there.
You have my word.
Oh, I can just see the trouble. We know what Alistair thinks about this. Jon is crucial for this. I bet he will be stuck here for some while. Well, as usual, nothing goes smoothly in the show. Guys, I don't think you can fight them like this. What now? Oh, whoa. That's cool. Those are the main guys, right? The true enemies. Here we have one of them. And where's the damn dragon glass? Are you going to take that freak on? Jon, you can't die right now, right? Where is the freaking dragon glass? Run. So quiet, suddenly. Is everyone dead? Wait, what is going on? What is going on? Why did his sword not break? Is it made out of dragon glass? This dude is not a zombie. He is very conscious. Oof. I knew that something would happen. To either her or her kids.
We're gonna die here!
More. Guys, you need to go. Man, what an intense episode. I did not expect this.
Come on!
Is this the last? What if Jon and his guys hadn't arrived in time? Is this the boss? Yeah, he's like, we are coming for you. You can't hide for long. What is your goal though? What do you want to achieve? Conquer the world? With an army of dead beings? People mainly, I think. But there were horses as well. What do you think about my masterpiece? And the dead will turn into more soldiers. Man, that is scary as hell. And she's one of them now. All out war. There won't be any negotiating with these guys. I did not expect this. Another dark episode. Not much light in this one. And I'm positively surprised by that. It's very clear that we are approaching the end of the season. Things are really escalating. So where should I start? Well, let's begin with Tyrion and Daenerys. For some reason, I'm not mad at that pairing. Tyrion is super intelligent. He's honest in a clever way. He challenges Daenerys and is not a yes man. I do feel like he will be healthy for her, but I bet Daria won't like him or his advice. And at this point, Jorah is just becoming pathetic. I'm very close to giving up on him. He is me when I was 14. Super dramatic. Like, come on, move on, please. Then, the focus of this episode. The massacre at the end. This is what it took for the Wildlings to realize that they can't stay petty. I just have one thing to say. We need more freaking dragonglass. But where can we find it? Currently, it's hard to imagine how the living stand a chance. Now, let's talk about Cersei. Wow, she's so prideful and stubborn. I don't like that I'm feeling bad for her. An episode ago, I celebrated this. What is happening? If she isn't killed as a result of this, I believe this can go two ways. She'll become crazier, or she snaps out of it and becomes less mad maybe, and less hateful. But she's accused of some very serious crimes, especially for killing Robert. And Lancel would know all about that, so it wasn't as much of an accident as we thought it was. Also, Sansa finally knows that her brothers are alive. I'm glad Theon told her. Maybe this will make things a little bit better for her. And just randomly, what is Bran up to? Been a while since we saw him. Anyway, my favorite scene in this episode was the conversation between Tyrion and Daenerys. Great from both of them. It looks promising for the future. Give this episode an 8 out of 10. The Jaqen and Arya thing is becoming a bit too long, especially as I want to find out what will happen to Cersei, Marjorie and the rest. Sometimes it just feels like I have no clue what's going on. Arya is training towards becoming someone else. I get that. I guess I'll just have to be a bit more patient. For the next episode though, I hope we'll get a bit more of Cersei and her situation, as well as Tommen and what he's up to. The capital is really hot right now. But anyway guys, I guess that's it for this time. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more and leave a like if you enjoyed the content. I truly appreciate that. Take care and see you next time.